Have you ever noticed that your feet feel cold even when you're inside wrapped in warm blankets and the heater is on? For many people over 65, this isn't just a small discomfort. It's a daily reality that can leave you feeling puzzled, frustrated, or even a little worried. You might ask yourself, is it just poor circulation? Am I getting older? Or is something else going on? The truth is, cold feet can be more than just a temperature issue. It can be your body's quiet way of asking for care, whether from your blood vessels, your nerves, or even small lifestyle habits that may be affecting your comfort more than you realize. In today's video, we'll gently walk through why your feet might be feeling cold even indoors and what simple, safe steps you can take to find relief. We'll also share when it might be time to check in with your doctor just to be sure. At Senior Wellness, we believe your body speaks with quiet signals, and learning to understand those signals is a powerful part of staying well, independent, and confident as you age. If you find this video helpful, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support helps us continue offering thoughtful guidance for older adults, one small comfort at a time. Cold feet indoors. It might not be the room temperature. If you've ever found yourself sitting in a warm, comfortable room, blanket on your lap, heater running, and still feeling like your feet are cold to the bone, you're not imagining it. For many adults over 65, this sensation isn't just about the weather or how warm the room is. It's often your body's quiet way of asking for attention. You might wonder, why do my feet feel so cold when everything else is warm? It's a common question, especially in older age, and the answer isn't always simple. As we age, our bodies go through natural changes, particularly in circulation and nerve function, that can affect how we experience temperature. What feels normal in the room might not feel the same in your feet. This kind of chill isn't always caused by cold air. In fact, many people feel it more at night when they're relaxing or trying to fall asleep. That's because when you're resting, your body's circulation naturally slows down. And if there's already reduced blood flow to your feet, it can become more noticeable. At Senior Wellness, we believe in honoring these small signals. Your body is speaking gently but clearly. Cold feet can sometimes be linked to poor circulation, mild nerve sensitivity, or even just the way your body responds to being still for long periods of time. And while these changes are common, that doesn't mean you should ignore them. Think of it like this: cold feet are not just a comfort issue. They're also an opportunity to check in with your habits, your routines, and if needed, your doctor. If your feet are regularly cold indoors, try noticing when it happens. Is it after sitting too long? Do both feet feel the same? Are there changes in skin color or sensation? These observations can help guide you and your healthcare provider toward better understanding and better comfort. And while this might not be urgent, it is important. Because feeling truly well isn't just about big health events. It's also about the little things like staying warm, sleeping comfortably, and walking with ease. That's what Senior Wellness is all about: creating small changes that make daily life feel better. So if your feet are cold even when your heart is warm, take a moment to listen. Your body might be telling you something you need to hear. Poor circulation. A common cause of cold feet. After 65, if your feet feel cold even when you're wrapped up and indoors, one of the most common reasons could be poor circulation. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become less flexible, and arteries may begin to narrow. This can reduce the amount of warm, oxygen-rich blood reaching the lower parts of the body, especially the legs and feet. When blood flow slows, your feet may not get enough warmth to stay comfortable. It's not unusual for someone over 65 to feel a persistent chill in the toes, even while the rest of the body feels just fine. That's because the feet are the farthest point from the heart, and when circulation isn't as strong, they're often the first to show signs. You might also notice other changes that go along with it: pale or bluish skin, slower growing toenails, or a weaker pulse in the ankles. Sometimes one foot might feel noticeably colder than the other. These are all subtle signals your body is using to communicate what's going on beneath the surface. Here in the Senior Wellness community, we encourage you not to ignore those signals. They may not always mean something serious, but they do matter. And the earlier you recognize them, the sooner you can take steps, small, meaningful steps to support your health. Circulation issues can be influenced by many factors. Limited. Physical activity, certain health conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, or even sitting for long periods. If you're spending more time resting or indoors, especially during colder months, your blood flow may be a little slower than it used to be. The good news is there are gentle ways to help. Regular movement like short walks, stretching, or even ankle rolls, while seated, can improve circulation and bring more warmth to your feet naturally. Staying hydrated and avoiding tight socks or shoes can also support better blood flow. Still, if your feet are consistently cold, or you're noticing other changes in color or sensation, it's always a good idea to bring it up with your doctor. These may be early signs of a circulatory issue that deserves attention. Your healthcare provider can guide you with care, helping you stay safe and informed. In senior living, comfort and peace of mind go hand in hand. That's why noticing how your feet feel and understanding why is part of living well, not just getting by. So if your toes feel colder than they should, don't brush it off. It might be your body's way of saying, I need a little more support today. And here at Senior Wellness, that kind of listening is where healing often begins. Could your cold feet be related to nerve sensitivity or neuropathy? When your feet feel cold but others in the same room feel just fine, it's natural to wonder, is it really the temperature? Or is something else going on? For many older adults, the answer may lie in the way nerves are working, not just in how blood is flowing. As we age, the nerves that help us sense temperature, pressure, and touch can become more sensitive, or in some cases less responsive. This condition is often referred to as peripheral neuropathy, and it's more common than many people realize, especially in people over 65. Instead of poor circulation being the sole reason for cold feet, sometimes the issue is that the nerves aren't accurately sending signals to the brain. The result: your feet feel cold even when they aren't cold to the touch. Or in other cases, they may go numb, tingle, or feel like they're burning, all signs of nerve sensitivity rather than actual changes in temperature. These symptoms can come on gradually. You might notice that wearing socks doesn't seem to help, or that warmth from a bath doesn't last as long as it used to. It may feel like your feet are always a step behind the rest of your body when it comes to comfort. Here in our senior wellness community, we encourage you to see these signs not as something to fear, but as information. Your body is speaking just in a quieter voice, and learning to listen gently and without judgment is part of caring for yourself as you age. Peripheral neuropathy can have a variety of causes: long-standing diabetes, vitamin B12 deficiency, certain medications, or even spinal issues that affect nerve function. This is why it's important to talk with your doctor if cold feet are accompanied by numbness, burning, or changes in how your feet feel or move. The good news is many people find comfort by taking small steps. Paying attention to foot care, using warmth safely, moving regularly, and checking in on vitamin levels can all contribute to healthier nerves over time. While not every case of nerve sensitivity is preventable, many can be managed with care and awareness. In senior living, little things like understanding what's really causing a sensation can make a big difference in daily comfort and confidence. And as always, if something feels unusual or persists, it's worth a gentle conversation with your healthcare provider. Because at the heart of senior wellness is this truth: your body deserves to be heard, respected, and supported, especially as it works so hard to carry you forward each day. The everyday habits that might be making your cold feet worse. Sometimes what we do or don't do each day can quietly add to the discomfort we feel in our legs and feet. If your feet are often cold, even indoors, it might not just be about aging or circulation. Certain daily habits, especially common after 65, can slowly contribute to the problem without us realizing it. One of the biggest factors: sitting too long without moving. Many of us enjoy reading, watching television, or relaxing in a favorite chair for hours at a time. While rest is important, long periods of stillness can slow circulation, especially to the lower legs and feet. When the blood isn't moving well, warmth doesn't reach your toes the way it should. Another overlooked habit is wearing tight socks or shoes. If your footwear puts too much pressure on your ankles or toes, it can restrict blood flow. That pressure, even if it feels small, can keep your feet colder than they need to be. This is especially true if you enjoy cozy socks or slippers, but haven't checked their fit in a while. Dehydration also plays a quiet role. As we get older, we may not feel thirsty as often, but staying hydrated is essential for healthy circulation. Without enough fluid in your system, your blood doesn't flow as freely, which can make cold feet more noticeable. Even clothing matters. Wearing tight pants or crossing your legs for long periods can also affect circulation without you realizing it. It may be helpful to pause and ask yourself, is anything I'm wearing or doing right now making it harder for blood to reach my feet? Here in this gentle senior wellness space, we believe that awareness is a powerful form of self-care. Noticing your habits without guilt or blame can help you make small changes that lead to big improvements in comfort. Try setting a soft timer to remind yourself to stand and stretch every hour. Choose loose, breathable socks and shoes that feel good without squeezing. Keep water nearby and sip regularly, even if you're not very active. These little shifts can help keep warmth flowing to your feet throughout the day. and of course if you've made lifestyle changes, but the cold sensations persist, it's always a good idea to check in with your healthcare provider. They can help you determine if something more needs to be addressed. Because in senior living, comfort isn't just about big solutions, it's also about small, thoughtful choices that support your body with kindness. And that's the heart of senior wellness: learning, adjusting, and living well, one step at a time. Simple ways to keep your feet warm and improve circulation at home. When your feet are always cold, it's easy to feel frustrated, especially when you're already doing your best to stay warm. But the good news is there are simple and gentle things you can do at home that may help bring comfort back to your legs and feet. Let's start with one of the easiest tips: keep your feet moving. You don't have to go for a long walk to support better circulation. Just a few heel lifts at the kitchen counter, some ankle rolls while watching TV, or slow toe taps, while seated, can help wake up the muscles in your lower legs and encourage blood flow. These light movements may seem small, but when done regularly, they really do make a difference. Another helpful practice is elevating your feet. After sitting for long periods, especially in the evening, try propping your legs up with a pillow or cushion for 15 to 20 minutes. This gives your blood a chance to return more easily to your heart and can reduce swelling or heaviness. Warmth matters too, but in safe ways. Using a warm, not hot foot bath before bed can soothe the feet and prepare your body for restful sleep. Be sure to check the water temperature carefully, especially if you have reduced sensation in your feet. Cozy socks made from breathable material, like wool or fleece, can also help hold in natural body heat without cutting off circulation. Staying hydrated is another gentle tip. Water helps keep your blood flowing smoothly, and many people don't realize that being slightly dehydrated can make poor circulation worse. Try keeping a glass of water nearby and taking small sips throughout the day, even if you don't feel particularly thirsty. In our senior wellness community, we also encourage choosing comfortable shoes with good support and enough room for your toes to wiggle. Tight or poorly fitting footwear can reduce circulation and make cold feet even harder to manage. And when you're at home, try alternating between going barefoot and wearing soft slippers that don't restrict movement. These are all small actions, but they work best when done with care and consistency. You don't need to overhaul your routine. Just a few thoughtful changes repeated each day can gently support your comfort and health. Of course, if cold feet continue or come with other changes like numbness, discoloration, or pain, it's always a good idea to speak with your doctor. That kind of check-in is part of senior health tips we value most, knowing when to take action and when to ask for help. Because in senior living, comfort isn't a luxury, it's part of what helps you enjoy the moments that matter most. And here in the senior wellness journey, every step you take toward ease and warmth is something worth honoring. When to speak to your doctor. It's perfectly normal to feel a little cold from time to time. But if your feet are regularly cold, even when the room is warm and you've done everything you can to stay cozy, it might be time to go a little deeper. In most cases, cold feet are simply a part of aging and changes in circulation. But when certain warning signs appear alongside that chill, they may be worth sharing with your healthcare provider. The earlier you notice these signs and ask about them, the more empowered you'll feel to make thoughtful choices for your health. So what should you look out for? If one foot feels noticeably colder than the other, or if the color of your skin starts to change, becoming pale bluish or unusually red, these could be signs that circulation is being compromised. Pay attention to any new sensations as well: numbness, tingling, or a pins and needles feeling that doesn't go away. These may be related to nerve issues, such as peripheral neuropathy, which is not uncommon after age 65. Another signal is slow healing. If you notice a small cut or sore on your foot that takes longer than expected to close, it may indicate that blood, and with it oxygen and nutrients, isn't reaching the area as it should. This is especially important for those living with diabetes or other chronic health conditions. In the senior wellness approach, we always recommend trusting your instincts. You know your body best. If something feels off, it's okay to ask. Your doctor is there not just to fix problems, but to listen, guide, and support you through every stage of wellness. Even if your symptoms feel small or hard to describe, don't hesitate to bring them up at your next checkup. Write them down beforehand if that helps. Include details like when the cold feet started, what makes them better or worse, and any other changes you've noticed, no matter how small they seem. These conversations don't have to be complicated, and more often than not, they lead to clarity and peace of mind, sometimes with just a few simple adjustments or follow-up steps. In senior living, we know that being proactive about health is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. And here in our senior wellness community, we celebrate every moment you choose to listen to your body with care, So if your feet are telling you something, don't ignore it. Honor it. Ask the question. Because sometimes one gentle conversation can lead to more comfort, more confidence, and more days spent living fully, not just getting by. As we wrap up today's video, remember your feet may be small, but they carry you through every step of life's journey. When they speak through discomfort, cold, or change, it's not just a signal of aging. It's a quiet request for care. Whether your cold feet are caused by circulation, nerves, or daily habits, you're not alone, and there are gentle, practical ways to feel more at ease. Small adjustments paired with awareness and self-kindness can go a long way toward comfort and confidence. If something in this video resonated with you, please consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Your voice might be exactly what another person needs to hear today. Together in the senior wellness space, we're creating more than information. We're building a community of support, encouragement, and thoughtful living. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next video.